Hey folks, welcome to the channel, and in this case I want to do a quick video about 3 things you can do right now, this very moment, just to make your life significantly better, not spend a single cent, and the benefits are more than proven. So let's get right to this. I love when things are not just verifiable given the amount of data that you have, but especially, and even more so these days where it's so difficult to know what we can trust or not, when you can see it yourself. When the benefits are known and appreciated by yourself pretty much immediately, that for me is a complete package. I'm starting with 1, fasting, intermittent fasting, eating once a day, a window, whatever it is, or going for 24-hour fasting, whatever it is. Fasting has proven to be extremely beneficial for your health. It blew my mind the first time I started reading years ago about a calorie restricted diet and how that extends life 50-20% more, and pretty much all living organisms were simply not meant to overeat. That's not natural. That's not what happens in nature. That's not how we've lived for millions of years. That's not even how we've evolved as life forms. No life form is supposed to overeat the way we are. So if we just did this, pharmaceutical companies would go bankrupt within a year. People would be so insanely healthy that there would be no need for half of the crap the pharmaceuticals do. Weight loss, detoxification, cancer, blood sugar, blood pressure, inflammation, heart health, brain health, insulin. It never ends. I've done a little bit more extended, and yeah, you can have weight loss, but it's not about the weight loss. Even though one of the best ways of losing weight is eating just once a day. You don't need to eat 3 times a fucking day. That makes no sense. That is not real. We've been lied to. In fact, I was reading this from the breakfast as we know it. The most important meal of the day. The most important meal, for who? For people selling that shit. Yeah, fucking Kellogg. Breakfast as we know didn't exist for large parts of history. The Romans didn't really eat it, usually consuming only 1 meal a day around noon, says food historian Caroline Yelden. In fact, breakfast was actively frowned upon. I read about it, and it was more of a low class. So if you were like low class, working class, you maybe your big meal was breakfast because you didn't need anything else. You worked all day long, and your food was before you went out to work. But if you were like more middle class Roman, yeah, cena was your main and often your only meal. It was frowned upon. This bullshit that we've been told, and many of the paintings of feasts and eating, no, that was extremely rare and very much frowned upon for a big part of history of Rome. The Romans believed it was healthier to eat only 1 meal a day. Fucking smart people, those Romans, she said. They were obsessed with digestion, and eating more than 1 meal a day was considered a form of gluttony. This thinking impacted on the way people ate for a very long time. Yeah, there you go. No wonder why when you see the sculptures, when you see the paintings, everyone is damn fit. And yeah, there's an artistic component to exaggerating the human form, but man, it is all over. In all of its forms, any painting, any sculpture, they show trim, fit, muscular people. That was what Rome was about, especially with this kind of diet, and certainly not overeating. Number 1, start fasting. If you're just and again, I love that you see the benefits right away. If you're feeling a little bit off, you're not feeling great, especially if you ate maybe something, don't go for a light meal. Go for no meal whatsoever. Water. Anyone can do a 24-hour fast. It's not even going to register in your body 24 hours. The amount of sugar that you have in your blood already will keep you going. Maybe after the first day you start losing 300 grams of fat a day once you go through it, but it's going to be taking at least a couple of days before you even get there. So fasting for 24 hours, that's eating once a day. It's enormous the amount of benefits that you get from that. Number 2, of course, exercise, running, walking, and we all know I'm going with order of priority. Fasting is by far the thing that's going to be the most beneficial for your health. You have to start trying it out. Maybe, or even, something we do here is, especially my wife, she is like, dinner, no. Breakfast, lunch, no dinner. No, there's no need for that. And it gets a little bit more complicated with kids, especially with small kids. But if you don't have kids, it should be super easy to eat only once a day. Give it a try. You'll see the benefits within days. I'm not messing with you. Your blood pressure, cholesterol, everything balances. And of course, you have to combine it with quality food. But the amount of food and how often you eat has a huge impact as well. Exercising, I mean, what's more to be said? But if you cannot, just go for a walk. You start walking, right? Going for a walk, 30 minutes, 2, 3, even better, 4 times a week. Huge benefits all around. It's for your health, weight loss. Again, weight loss is going to be more about eating rather than walking. But you're looking at working your body, exercising has an enormous amount of benefits for your brain. And there's something to be said about walking and seeing the scenery pass. I'm doing a lot of the elliptic trainer thing. It's okay, but it hasn't got the benefits of being exposed to sunlight and walking and seeing the scenery pass. That triggers a bunch of things in your monkey brain that says, yeah, we're hunting, we're walking, we're exploring, we're doing what we're supposed to do. It's not all fully comprehended by science, but enough is so as to know that there's enormous amounts of benefits to just walking. Can you run? Even a little bit of running is going to be even better. One of the things you can implement is, once you get comfortable with walking, maybe run a little bit, maybe 5 minutes. One of the things I do if I'm a little bit of in a hurry, and usually I do stuff nearby, I try not to take the car, and I usually walk, right? But if I am in a little bit of a hurry, maybe I run a couple blocks, a little jog, nothing crazy, and yeah, it's gonna be bringing that heart rate up, but running for 5-10 minutes. And little by little, your body gets used to these things. If you were not more physically active before, start with walking, then start with a little bit of running. You'll see a lot of benefits right away. And if you combine these two things, enormous benefits. One more thing, little tip, try walking with someone else. I usually go with my wife. It's been a while since we've gone in one of those long walks, but going with someone else, a partner, maybe a friend, a neighbor, talk with someone, because that also combines the benefits of the physical activity and the stimulus to your brain. Also, the social aspect of talking. It has enormous benefits. It's crazy how these things multiply. Okay, try doing that. Finally, last one. This is a little bit newer for me. I knew about it, but only it's the cold shower. Okay, you take a nice bath. When you're done, you steel yourself and you go with cold water, couple minutes. This is one of the things that is like that. It is fucking immediate. If you were a little bit depressed or drowsy or cold water, it shoots adrenaline. It just wakes you up. I mean, you need a cold shower. You need something to wake you up. Yes, it does damn wake you up. So, reduces inflammation and swelling, reduces chronic pain in joints, muscles, boosts your immune system, promotes overall improvement of health, improves metabolism and healthy weight loss, improves insulin sensitivity and reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes, helps fight symptoms of depression. Again, things that I've done, and I immediately notice how alert you are, how awake. It is wonderful. I mean, it's a little bit hard if you don't like colds, and no one does, and you don't have to buy yourself a fancy, ice bath. No, just start with that. Trust me. There's probably a lot more to it than the companies trying to sell you crap would like you to believe. Same thing as the benefits of fasting, which they cannot sell you a pill. Whenever there's not something that they can sell you, they try really not to do much studies on their benefits, okay? So, cold shower, I see benefits for the skin, psychologically, how you're more aware, more alert. It just overall better. I had a little bit of a sore shoulder here from a little bit of weightlifting. it really does help. It's immediate. It's right there in the moment, and you notice the benefits. Guys, combine these things, and you'll see great results. And as always, so as to be better prepared for the world we're living in, strongly recommending street survival skills and surviving the economic collapse. My books on survival and preparedness based on personal experience, available there in Amazon in the links below. Take care.